So, I'm totally excited right now because I think I found someone who might fix my truck for either free or like just for the cost of the parts or really cheap because rebuilding an engine is not like cheap. Yeah. Um, so what I'm actually going to talk about is what it's like having PTSD. Um, to explain it to people who don't understand it and don't understand the way I do things, the way most people who have PTSD do things. And I want people to understand my reactions. I mean, I might have some really freaky reactions that seem nuts to a normal person. But the truth of the matter is that my brain is wired completely different. Completely then completely different from the rest of the world. People can see actions, but they can't see the motivation behind the actions. They can't see your past. They can't see what you've been through. They can't know unless you tell them. And then it's even hard to understand. People don't understand that PTSD is a life choice. It's not something that you can just stop. It's not an addiction. It's a physical and emotional illness. I mean, would you tell someone not to have cancer just to get over it? No. Would you tell a cripple to get up and walk? No. Then why would you ask someone who has PTSD to just stop reacting that way? I mean, I would do anything to get well. I would do anything to be able to not have PTSD. I would do anything to be able to just snap out of it like people ask me to. But the fact of the matter is that there's nothing simple about PTSD. And it changes the way you think, which in turn changes your actions. And your actions affect your identity as who you are. You can't just ask someone to not be themselves. Who wants to be fake? I know I sure as hell don't. Sorry for the swearing, but I mean, who you are is always going to be there, whether you hide it or not. And you shouldn't be afraid to be who you are, because people are going to judge you. I mean, before you start pointing fingers, make sure your hands are clean before you start judging me. Completely clean. But since I don't know anyone who's perfect, you better shut up when it comes to something like this. Because I deal with more on a daily basis than most people have ever felt in their life. Ever. It's not something you can just get over. It's something that's a part of you forever. It's just like a tattoo, but on the inside of your mind. You can try to remove it, but there's still going to be a scar there. There's still going to be evidence of what happened. Okay, sorry for ranting a little, but yeah, so that's my explanation. If you have questions, message me, subscribe, whatever. Yeah. I love you guys, and I do this because I hope you will understand just a little bit of why I am the way I am. Because it's not easy to understand. But to judge me without knowing the whole story, without living it, is crazy.